We listened to a hypnotic induction file right before we started the stream, and Sammie is in hypnotic trance right now. So please bear with me for a moment while I readjust our room so that I get the cameras set up properly. Apologize for that. If you would like to see the induction file that Sammie was listening to before the stream, I'll have it uploaded on our private website sometime next week. The details are on our website, sammiehypnotized.com. If you guys don't mind just dropping some comments for me, letting me know how the audio is sounding right now, that would be really great. Please bear with me while I just set up the camera over here. Sammie, I want you to say 3 times, I am deeply hypnotized.
I am deeply hypnotized. I am deeply hypnotized. I am deeply hypnotized.
Sleep. Now, staying deeply hypnotized, I want you to imagine a balloon being tied to your wrist. A string, a piece of string with a balloon. It's being tied to your wrist. Can you imagine that right now, Sammie?
Yes.
Now I want you to feel that balloon tied to your wrist. Feel it pulling your arm up into the air. Feel it pulling your arm up into the air, higher and higher. Feel your arm raise as that balloon lifts your arm high in the air, higher and higher until your arm is over your head. Now, in a moment, I want you to imagine that I'm going to cut the string from the balloon. When I do, your arm will drop to your side, and you'll drop deeply, deeply into trance, even deeper than you are now. Do you understand, Sam?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. I cut the cord. Feel your arm drop to your side. Drop deeper into trance now. Sleep. Deeper and deeper. Sleep. Okay. So while she's sleeping, I'm going to move all the cameras around. This is quite the technical operation here because I have 4 cameras going. And in truth, this is why I describe the nature of our videos as cyber hypnosis, because I'm using using technology to hypnotize Sammie. And a big part of what we want to do on our channel is educate people about the ways that technology is used to hypnotize people. Because, I don't know if many of you realize it, but I've never really spoken about the fact that I am a former software engineer. I left my career, I left the profession to study hypnotherapy to help treat Sammie's severe anxiety and depression. And with the use of hypnotherapy, we accomplish those goals. You can't really cure a person's depression, but you can change their lifestyle, and you can find techniques to help prevent them from entering into a very deeply depressed state. And so that's been the nature of, or that's what our channel was always intended to be. So I am trying to get all the cameras set up here again, guys. Please bear with me. I'm almost there, somewhat. I think Jack. It's good to see you, Jack. It always makes Sammie really happy to see you on the streams. I appreciate all your support, Jack. And we appreciate the fact that you really enjoy our videos. Okay. Well, we appreciate everyone who watches our videos, so that's why we make them. And I got this camera backwards and crooked. Great. All right. You guys can't see her, but the private video on our website, or the backup video more like, will, and Right now she is very, very deep, so it might be hard for her to actually come out from this. Ugh, this is, I'm looking at all the cameras, I'm trying to figure out how to set this up, so. And at the same time I'm looking at Sammie over there, who's very deeply hypnotized, and she looks gorgeous. And I wonder, at the same time we're streaming this on Twitch, so we actually have a Twitch stream going on right now too, so if you're really want to watch Sammie, you can bounce back and forth. And if you also want to see Sammie during the day, she actually does cooking videos on her Twitch, the Twitch stream. It's Sammie Hypnotized on Twitch. And for you on Twitch, if you're watching, we're also streaming this on YouTube. It's Sammie Hypnotized on YouTube. Okay. We got a request from one of our patrons. I will try that request. I haven't ran it past her yet. And that was a tricky request because some requests that we get from patrons are very easy for us to pull off. Some of them are not. That particular request is pretty challenging for her. And mainly because that particular request makes her feel quite self-conscious. We could try. It may not be a very impressive display, and it may make her feel uncomfortable. And if it makes her feel uncomfortable, I'd have to stop it immediately. Otherwise, she would completely come out of trance, and then the session would probably be Sammie not hypnotized anymore. So, I appreciate your support on Patreon, and I want to fulfill those requests. But again, some of these requests actually are not that easy to... They're not that easy to deliver, if that makes any sense. I'll try, but I have to see in what state Sammie is before I try. So... For anyone who's also watched this, we do take requests for these recordings as well. We try to give priority to the requests that we get on Patreon, and I'm setting something up on our website for people to make requests for our live streams. But again, some requests are really, really easy. Some requests are quite challenging. So just look for look that up on or keep checking our website. I'll have it up there. And for everyone on Patreon, I'll private message you the details about that. So. Anyways, I gotta move the Twitch stream because on Twitch over there, it's basically a stream of Sammie looking like she's asleep. And she probably is asleep right now. It will be very interesting when I wake her to see what she remembers from all this. In fact, let's pan the camera around and have a look. So there she is. Now, while she is in this trance state, she is hearing everything that I'm saying. Oh wait, sorry. If you like the, I like doing the body shots because she's so foxy, and all the body shots are going to be on the private videos from now on. The live streams are going to follow a bit of a different format. Anyways, how the best to do this? I know. For everyone watching on Twitch, I apologize that we can't see your comments yet. Sammie, where are you right now?
I'm sitting in a room with blank walls and it's white.
In a moment, I'm going to count to 3. When I reach the number 3, I want you to wake up, center yourself in our room right here, in our room in our house where we started our hypnosis session. Do you understand, Sammie?
Yes.
When you wake up, I want you to frame drop the hypnosis recording that you listened to. And only remember how you felt at the end before we started the live stream. Do you understand, Sammie?
Yes.
Waking on 3. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Turn to normal. Okay, so welcome back. You were pretty deep there just now. You okay?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Like everything's rearranged.
Okay. Is that a good feeling or is that a strange feeling?
Kind of. It doesn't feel like bad per se.
Okay, well, do you know what we're doing right now?
We're streaming.
Okay, yes, we are. Do you know who you are?
I am Sammie.
Good. Do you know who I am?
You're Nick.
And who am I?
You're my husband.
Okay. So you have those big details. Do you know or remember the details of this past day?
No.
Good.
I don't remember.
Good. Sleep. Deeper and deeper. Sleep. No thoughts, no thinking. Sleep. Now staying deeply in trance, staying asleep, I want you to sit up. Sit up straight. Now, I want you to roll your eyes to the top of your head. Half open your eyes. Relax the muscles in your face and jaw. Let your mind go blank and empty and blank. No thoughts and no thinking. No saying, my mind is blank.
My mind is blank.
Loop.
My mind is blank. My mind is blank. My mind is blank. My mind is blank.
Unloop. Now in a moment I'm going to count to 3. When I reach the number 3, you will stay mind blank, blank as you are right now. But you will open your eyes and you will walk to the couch and sit down. When you sit down, you will fall deeply into trance. You will go back to sleep when you sit on the couch. Do you understand, Sam?
Yes.
On 3, you'll open your eyes, staying mind blank. Sit on the couch and fall asleep. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes, mind blank. Now to position the Twitch stream. This is quite a delicate operation. I just need to plug in my camera, or plug in the charger to my camera. There we go, that's the sound I want to hear. So the Twitch stream has a pretty interesting shot of Sammie. Okay, we are kind of back. I have to adjust the camera a bit. There is a lot of technical setup that goes into making these videos, so today we're running a little bit behind schedule, so I apologize for that. You guys let me know if the audio is doing okay on the stream. I think what we're going to do tonight, or rather, last week audios did good. Last week we announced on our private video, or the private video that we took before the live stream. And I think we announced it on Twitch that we were actually going to try to do a erotic hypnosis induction on Sammie for our private video for this week. But Sammie was not in the proper headspace to do that today, so we're doing something a little bit different. This is more of a anxiety relief live stream that we're doing. So that's really one of the important benefits of hypnosis, is the ability to allow a person to stop feeling anxious. And Sammie was feeling very anxious before this session. So we're going to be creating more content that focuses on how you can use hypnosis to help with things like anxiety, with insomnia, and with addictions. And in truth, that's really what this channel has always been about, or what the content that we try to create. But enough of that. We're also going to keep doing the fun sort of stage hypnosis type stuff with a component on, or with some education sort of focus. But now I'm blabbering a bit. Babbling, rather. And it's very interesting as I do this, when I'm watching Sammie on the stream, a part of her is listening, but that part of her is disregarding everything that I'm saying. So it's kind of like a goldfish. One time when I say something, it goes in one ear and sort of out the other. So she's aware of everything that I'm saying. It's just in her hypnotic state that she's in now. She's not really remembering any of it. So, what should we try with her tonight? Leave a whole bunch of comments, guys, and on YouTube and Twitch, I have to figure out a way to rotate the camera around. I'm sorry. In the meantime, Sammie, in a moment I'm going to count to 3. When I reach the number 3, I want you to open your eyes, wake up, and return to normal. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes, wake up, take a deep breath in, return to normal. Okay, so how do you feel? Blank. That's good. Do you know where you are right now?
I'm sitting in the living room.
Yeah. Now, a moment ago, you were on our lounger chair, and now you're on the couch. Did you notice that transition?
No.
Did you feel as if you teleported here, or did you feel as if you... Do you remember how yourself coming here?
I just feel like I had a nap and then I woke up.
So you fell asleep on the chair over there, and you woke up on the couch.
Maybe, yeah.
Is that what it feels like? Is that what you remember?
I don't remember much about sitting on the couch.
Okay, good.
Or the chair over there.
Okay. Do you know what we're doing right now?
I think these cameras are live streaming.
Okay. Yes. Some of them are. Mind blank. And what are you thinking right now?
Nothing.
Staying mind blank, I want you to pose like a cactus. Staying mind blank, I want you to pose like a teapot. What are you thinking right now?
Nothing.
Staying mind blank. I want you to pose like a cute little schoolgirl. Freeze. For everyone watching on YouTube, these are the comments from Twitch. Everything is good. JTita. Penguin Pops. Is she real? JTita. How can one prove this is real? Sleep. Deeper and deeper. Sleep. No thoughts and no thinking. Sleep. How can we prove this is real? More importantly, how can we keep streaming on Twitch without the phone streaming on Twitch running out of batteries? Sleep. So for everyone on the streams, I'm looking for a charger to plug in my phone that I'm Twitch streaming on. How can we prove it's real? You guys who are watching on the YouTube stream, I know you guys know that it's real. So leave a comment in the YouTube stream for the Twitch streamers that I can use to prove that this is real. And give me a minute while I try to find a charger. For all of you guys who are watching on the stream, this is an interesting hypnosis session because I'm trying to get you Twitchers, guys on Twitch, to talk to the guys on YouTube. All the while, Sammie is in a deep, deep trance. Bear with me one moment, guys. Prove that it is real? That's a very, very, very good question. And where's a charger when you need it? For everyone on Twitch, the audio may cut out in a moment. If the audio cuts out, you can watch the rest of the stream on our YouTube channel. It is YouTube Sammie Hypnotized. Just like on Twitch. For me, the way I can tell that it's real is after each session, usually the day after, I write down what Sammie dreamed the night before or so. On Twitch, let me know if the audio is sounding okay, guys. But the way that I can tell that it's real is I asked Sammie to describe her dreams the next day and then try to ask her what she remembers from the session. And most of the time for her, she can't remember the things from when she's in a very deep hypnotic state. Because when you're hypnotized, you actually go into different depths. So you'll hear in her hypnosis, you'll hear the term deeper and deeper. Many hypnotists try to put a person into a different levels of trance depending on what their intentions are. My intention through it is to cause her to enter into a state where she won't remember or won't focus on the things that make her worried, the things that make her feel anxious, I know that's a bit of a wishy-washy answer, so I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys on Twitch. Let me know in the comments and I'll check up in a few minutes what you guys have to say. Now, Sammie, where are you right now?
I'm in a room with light walls.
A room with light bulbs?
In a room with blank walls.
In a room with blank walls. What are you thinking right now?
Nothing.
In a moment, I'm going to count to 3. When I reach the number 3, you'll be your normal self. You'll be wide awake, alert, awake, and aware. But when I snap my fingers and say to you, become Sammie the Cat, you'll instantly transform into a cute little kitty. Do you understand, Sammie?
Yes.
Waking on 3. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Take a deep breath in and return to normal. Okay, hi. Sorry to wake you. You look very peaceful there. Were you dreaming?
I was sitting just in this room with like walls. And there's like nothing on there. And there was like little words that kept on writing on the walls, like there'll be like little words coming in, and then they were like my thoughts, and then they would just disappear, and then there'd be some more little words that come in, and then they'd just disappear, and I'm just sitting there and kind of watching the walls erase themselves.
Was that a good feeling?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
How do you feel now then?
That feels good.
So, was it restful?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. So somebody on the Twitch stream asked, well actually, do you remember me going back and forth and reading stuff and doing stuff just now?
I could hear you like saying stuff and talking to people on Twitch. I don't remember what you were saying.
So somebody asked, how can we tell if this is real or not? So, or rather, if hypnosis is real. So, you're a bit of an expert. Are you hypnotized right now?
Yes.
And what does it feel like?
It feels like my mind is blank.
Okay. Do you feel as if you're in a little bit of an altered state?
Yeah, normally I'm quite thought loopy and feeling anxious, and just like knowing that there's always these loopy thoughts. But right now, it's like all the thoughts were these words and these writing on my wall, and then they just kind of like a magic eraser just erased them all.
Okay. So that's what hypnosis feels like, or rather, how you feel when you're hypnotized like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Become Sammie the Cat. Release, return to normal. So, oftentimes when you're hypnotized, you'll experience what we call a frame drop. So for everyone on Twitch, because you guys are kind of new to this, when Sammie's hypnotized, a lot of times she experiences something that we call a frame drop. And a frame drop for Sammie is become Sammie the Cat. I just let her keep her going like this, but a frame drop for her is something that happens to her very often when she's fractionated. So that's a hypnosis technique where you alternate between different trance states, usually awake and alert. Right now, I've given Sammie a hypnotic command to transform her, or to have her imagine that she's transformed into an animal. So one of our patrons on YouTube asked us to actually do this on the stream. So we've practiced being, in the past, hypnotizing her to have a cat transformation hypnotic process, hypnotic command given in her mind. So right now what is happening to her is she, in her hypnotized state, thinks that she's a cat. So under hypnosis, basically all hypnosis really is really, it's all role play. So Sammie right now is in her mind role playing that she's a cat, and her conscious mind is asleep, allowing her to do it. Now if she's awake and not in a hypnotic trance, she would think this is absurd and silly and wouldn't do it under most circumstances. But because she's comfortable doing this now, she will. Now, in a moment I'm going to return her to her normal state, and depending on the extent of her hypnotic trance, or the depth of her hypnotic trance, she may or may not frame drop the experience. So I always ask her when I return her to normal if she's experiencing frame drops. A frame drop for her will be to simply forget what happened when the post-hypnotic command was activated. Now, there's a lot of neuroscience to this, and I'll just write all this stuff on our Patreon page if you're interested in reading about or finding out about this stuff. I've written a lot of stuff about this. That's why I write these things, because it's too... You want to play Sammie the Cat? It's kind of hard to explain these things when... In hindsight, it's kind of hard to explain these things when you transform your wife into a cat when she's dressed in a cute schoolgirl outfit. You good kitty? Release, return to normal. So frame drop for Sammie is when, well, she alternates her hypnotic state, or it alternates her brainwave state in such a way that she goes from being in a hypnotic trance to a deep hypnotic trance to a lighter hypnotic trance, or to being fully awake and alert. So what state do you feel like you're in right now, Sammie?
Like I just woke up from a nap, and it feels good.
Oh.
Like usually I go into a nap and I'm just exhausted, and then I wake up and then it feels really good after a nap.
Okay. How frame droppy are you feeling right now?
Quite frame droppy. Like I seem to not remember any thoughts in my head.
Okay. Sleep. Deeper and deeper. Sleep. No thoughts, no thinking. Sleep. Okay. YouTube's live stream. Mindless poses. Can we do animal transformations? I think it's real, but I can't explain it. From Ploytor Tuo. Thank you. I know that you're one of our patrons, which is why we... Well, Sammie doesn't know that, I don't think. But for people on Twitch, if you're still there, what's happening? So right now, Sammie is hypnotized, and we were trying to answer the question we got on Twitch, how can we prove that this is real? And the long and short of it was to read our articles, our free articles. I put them up for free on our Patreon page because I can try to explain it there better. In the meantime, Sammie, in a moment I'm going to count to 3 and wake you, return you to normal. I'm going to ask you to reflect on the things that made you feel worried and anxious earlier in the day. I want you to, every time you think of something that makes you feel worried, anxious, or anything, or any memory, I want you to imagine yourself in that blank and empty room with all your thoughts written on the wall. When a thought comes up that starts to make you feel just a little bit anxious, I want you to go mind blank. I want you to forget. I want you to not remember that memory. Do you understand, Sammie?
Yes.
Waking on 3. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Okay.
Okay.
Frame drop you a bit there? Oh. So, I was reading a few of the comments just now. Do you remember any of them from either the YouTube or Twitch stream?
You said that I was in a room with white walls.
Okay, yeah.
And then you woke me up.
Oh, okay.
Like you pulled me out.
Okay, well, at the start of the session, we filmed a video that, before we started the stream, where you were actually induced into a hypnotic trance. Now, for the new people on Twitch, sorry, I don't mean to insult you guys in saying that, but for those of you who are watching on Twitch and new to our hypnosis channel, Sammie, before we start, at the start of these sessions, Sammie will listen to a hypnosis recording that I've selected for her that I believe will drop her into a good hypnotic state and set her mindset into to be well receptive to hypnotic commands. At the start of that video, or before we started listening to that video, Sammie's anxiety was through the roof. Like, we both agreed. I mean, I'm her husband, so I know these things, but I could see it. I said that she was a 10 out of 10. Now, Sammie, you agreed when we started. Do you remember that?
I think so.
Okay. Before we started the session, do you remember how anxious you felt?
Yes, I do remember I felt anxious at some point.
Do you remember what was causing you to feel anxious and worried?
Just the stressors of the day and the conversations that we had and everything that happened during the day.
What happens when you try to think about those things?
They're not there anymore. like normally it's like I would entertain those thoughts and like let them like replay themselves, but now there's like nothing playing in my head. It's like it was all wiped clean.
So on a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rank your thought loops, worries, and anxieties right now?
0.
0? Okay, good. Freeze. In a moment when I count to 3, your body will stay frozen. But your lips will be able to move, your eyes will be able to move. You'll be able to speak, but you won't be able to move your body. Everything will be frozen and locked in place. If you understand, I want you to say, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Waking on 3, body frozen in place, able to look around, able to speak. 1, 2, 3, freeze. Okay, so I'm going to read some of the comments on the live stream here. And as I do, I want you actually to respond to them as best you can. But before I do that, freeze.
Okay.
Freeze. freeze. Eyes and mouth, unfreeze. Okay, so we're going to read some of the comments in the live stream right now.
Okay.
And how do you feel?
Like my head is in a box, and that's the only thing I could move around is my eyes and my lips.
So what happens when you try to move?
I can't because the box is so tight.
You want to move?
Yes.
The harder you try, the more frozen you become. Freeze. The harder you try to move, the more frozen you become. The harder you try to move, the more frozen you become.
Mm-hmm.
Try to move.
Mm-hmm.
What does it feel? What does it feel like?
It feels like my head is glued into this box, and my whole body is stiff.
Okay. This looks like a good position to read comments in. So, silly faces. Ploy turu tuo. So, why don't you make some silly faces while you're frozen like that?
Okay. Like derp.
Now what you find is, as I move your body parts around, they remain frozen in place. Do you understand, Sammie?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. Hands frozen. Breathe. Little tutu, that looks so cute. So, on Twitch, I am you too. What's happening? What's happening, Sammie?
I'm hypnotized and frozen.
You sure?
My eyes and my mouth are moving.
So what do you feel, or what happens when you try to move around?
Like, it's only my face and my eyes that are working.
Okay. I am you too on Twitch. What if you ask her questions that she usually doesn't answer? Well, if I ask her something that will make her feel really embarrassed or really upset or really angry, she'll wake up out of trance and no, she will no longer be hypnotized. If I ask her things that she just usually doesn't think about, she'll answer them honestly to the best of her abilities, without hesitation, without being self-conscious of it. But that's a bit of the challenge, is that if I asked her a question or asked her to do something that she doesn't want to do, she won't do it. She'll wake up. In fact, right now she's in a very light hypnotic state because she's awake, aware, and alert. She's still hypnotized, but she's brought out from the very deepest state of hypnosis. If someone's in a deep state of hypnosis or in any state of hypnosis and you try to ask them something or ask them to do something they don't want to do, they'll come out of hypnosis. So that's what would happen. Has that been your experience, Sammie?
Yes.
Can you remember any of the times when I've tried a hypnotic command with you, or tried to ask you something, or have you do something while you're hypnotized that you didn't enjoy or didn't want to do? Do you remember any of those times?
Yes.
Do you feel comfortable sharing those times?
Yes.
Arm, freeze. Can you share one of those times where you came out of a hypnotic trance because I tried something with you that made you uncomfortable.
Okay. You
What?
want me to
Do you remember the...
say it?
Are you comfortable saying it?
Yes?
Okay, what was it?
You made me turn into a zombie one time. And the zombie was given instructions to eat pizza. And then I broke out of trance. Because I have, like, something really against pizza.
Okay. That's very good. So Sammie, in the hypnotic state that she's in now, when she alternates to a different hypnotic state, she'll actually partially frame drop a lot of this. She'll know that she was freeze posing, but in some of the details she'll frame drop. So Sammie, sleep. Deeper and deeper. Sleep. When I give her the sleep command, it kind of overrules, like in our practice, it overrules any hypnotic command that she's acting on. So just now she was in kind of a light hypnotic state, now she's dropped into a deep hypnotic state. So let's try something really quick, Sammie. When I snap my fingers and say wake up, I want you to open your eyes, take a deep breath in and wake up. Do you understand, Sammie? Wake up. Hi. Sleep. Deeper and deeper. Sleep. No thoughts, no thinking. Wake up. Hi. Sleep. Deeper and deeper. No thoughts, no thinking. Wake up. Think something a little bit weird for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, sleep. Deeper and deeper. No thoughts, no thinking. Wake up. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
So, in hypnosis, there's a technique called fractionation, where a person commonly is switched between being very deeply hypnotized, basically deeply asleep, to being awake, asleep, and awake, sleep, asleep, and then they're brought back to being awake again. Wake up. Sleep. Wake up. And sleep. Deeper and deeper. No thoughts, no thinking. Sleep. Even deeper down. Sleep. This technique, it trains the hypnotic subject to have their mind be comfortable with alternating between hypnotic states. So what I just demonstrated for you was a bit of a fractionation exercise. It's pretty intense. It's basically literally being put to sleep and waking up again. But it deepens the level of hypnotic trance it deepens the level and it makes it easier to go into hypnotic trance. So because we've practiced hypnosis for coming up on 2 years now, it's very easy for Sammie to wake up. And when a person's been fractionated, it really, it puts them in a very, very deep hypnotic trance where it's very easy for them to sleep, deeper and deeper, sleep, no thoughts and no thinking, sleep. Now sit up straight, staying deeply hypnotized, staying asleep. Now, put your arms out straight in front of you. Now this next trigger I give to you, Sammie, you'll remain in this couch. When I give you this command, I want you to roll your eyes to the top of your head. And I want you to endlessly repeat the phrase, the mantra, I am deeply hypnotized. Do you understand, Sammie?
Yes.
Zombified.
I am deeply hypnotized. 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 I am deeply hypnotized.
Sleep. Deeper and deeper sleep. Okay. Sammie, in a moment I'm going to count to 3. I'm going to wake you from trance on the count of 3. When I reach number 3, I want you to be wide awake, fully awake, alert, awake, aware, feeling totally refreshed, feeling like you had the best sleep of the day, best sleep of your life, in fact. I want you to frame drop anything from this session that you're comfortable frame dropping, and I want you to remember anything that you're comfortable remembering. I want you to remember anything that made you feel calm and relaxed, anything that made you stop thought looping. Do you understand, Sam?
Yes.
Waking on 3. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Wake up. Take a deep breath in. Return to normal. Hey. So, this is a little bit interesting because we have so many cameras going right now. When Sammie wakes up, she sees the clock on the clock, and so what that does is it kind of gives her a means to sort of center herself back into the present. A lot of times you'll see people who are hypnotized, their perception of time shifts. So for some people, it may feel like they've been hypnotized, or rather that they have been hypnotized for an hour, but it feels like 2 or 3 hours. For some people, they've been hypnotized for an hour, and it felt like 2 or 3 minutes. So Sammie has a little bit of a tendency, because there's so many cameras recording her, and each one tells her the time. She doesn't actually do temporal distortions as well. But we have been live streaming now for an hour, Sammie. How much of that hour do you remember?
Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
What of those 10 minutes do you remember most?
I remember just sitting here talking with you for like the last 10 minutes.
Okay. Does everything else feel very frame droppy for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just woke up from a nap.
On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rank your thought loops, worries, and anxieties?
0.
0? That's what I love to hear. The reason I practice hypnosis with you is hearing you say that, it makes me not worry about you, or not worry for you, because I could sense before we started how anxious you were, and because I love you so much, I want to help you, and I want to help you, and I want to help you not feel that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
For those of you who've watched our live streams, what I really want to focus on is showing you guys how, by practicing these techniques, if there's someone in your life that you love, you can help them have a reprieve from their feelings of thought, of worry and anxiety. That's what hypnosis can do. So I'm actually doing this to develop a sort of a help guide for people to practice this type of hypnosis for people that they love. For us, we're a married couple. We've been practicing this long enough that we can do things like practice with post-hypnotic commands. But we really want to help other people, and I guess especially married couples, use hypnosis techniques to help manage their anxiety. And in truth, it's actually very helpful for me in a way, because I have so much fun doing it. I don't know if you can tell. It's a lot of fun, and well, having fun is a great way to alleviate your anxiety as well. Well, I find it very fun. Sammie finds them to be a little bit different. In one word, in one word, how would you describe how you feel when you're hypnotized? One word.
Is not a word. Is not a word. Relaxed.
Freeze. Relaxed. You know, a lot of people who do live streams, they present themselves as one way, and when they're off stream, they present themselves completely differently. And I think most people these days, the way they present themselves online is not at all a reflection of who they are. The interesting thing about Sammie is when you watch her, she is actually completely demonstrating the way that she is. That's one of the reasons why we actually do these things, I think. And for those of you who are watching on Twitch, she feels very relaxed when she's making her personal videos. So for you guys on YouTube, if you want to watch Sammie cook and be a housewife and be a mom, you should check out our Twitch channel. It's Sammie Hypnotized on Twitch. Now, Sammie's doing a lot of really good content on there where she actually just sort of does just chatting videos throughout her day. She does a lot of cooking and baking and stuff, and it's really, really entertaining to watch because she actually self-hypnotizes herself while she's doing those things. And, well, if you want to get to know a little bit more about Sammie, you can check out the Twitch stream. So those of you new guys on Twitch, well, if you want to see how deeply Sammie can be hypnotized, check out our YouTube channel, also Sammie Hypnotized on YouTube. Relaxed. That's how Sammie feels when she's hypnotized, and that's why we do this. So let's see. Unfreeze. Okay. So, are you okay?
Stuck together.
Yeah. For those of you who are also asking how you can tell it's real, that's one of the ways you can do it, is when Sammie gets the freeze command, it's basically she's asleep with her eyes open, so she actually forgets to blink, and because she's not focusing on what she's looking at while she's frozen. So that's one of the ways that you can know that it's real. Now, Sammie, we're going to close off. I want you to review the comments on the YouTube stream real quick here, and just go ahead and respond. If I can pull them up. Okay, so Jack is one of our biggest supporters, and we are so grateful for your support, Jack. We really, really appreciate it, and we love all the requests you give us, Jack. And actually, the request that was blurry on the live stream last week, I'll have that up on the private website pretty soon here, and I'll send you the link to that. Plutor20, hello. There was a dance request. Do you remember doing the dance request?
No.
That's because you didn't. So, do you remember me talking about you doing a dance request?
Yes, at some point.
Okay.
You did.
How do you feel about doing a dance request for a future live stream?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. I was worried that...
Can I dance to music?
Yeah. Ploy Tutor, if you want Sammie to dance, can you DM me on Patreon a few songs that you would like Sammie to listen to? Have a good selection, because some things will trigger her and some things she'll be cool with. So go ahead and just DM us through Patreon, and we'll get her to dance in a future live stream when she has a little bit of notice. and knows what she's listening to.
Real.
Ploitor audio is fine. Mindless poses. Do you remember doing that, Sammie?
Yes.
We did a lot of those. Animal transformations. Do you remember those?
Yes.
Okay, good. I think it's real, but I can't explain it. Is this real, Sammie?
Yes.
Okay, Sammie, this is real. Is this real?
Yes, it's real.
Okay. I really like giving you hypnotic commands to think that hypnosis isn't real, but we haven't done that in a while. Actually,
Oh, those were the past comments from like an hour ago.
yeah. Do you remember? Silly faces. Cool. Hi, Sammie.
Hi.
Hi, Ploy Tutor 2.0. So, those are the live stream comments from YouTube and Twitch. Just a couple. G Tita says everything is good.
Okay, that's
Penguin,
like the beginning.
yeah, Penguin Pops. Is she real? Are you real?
Like, am I a real person?
Yeah.
I think I am. You can, like, you know, send me a donation and I'll be able to show you
Yes.
whether I received it or not. It's like the two-factor authentication.
There we
You know what
hey,
I'm saying?
there we go.
It's like Google wants to make sure that you're a real person, and then they send you like a text message on your phone.
Yes, Sammie is real, and we try to make this as a bit of an entertaining show. So if you enjoyed the show, could you check out our website, SammieHypnotized.com. We have a few links there that link to our Patreon page and to Sammie's Linktree page that have ways that if you'd like to support us, you can donate there. And, well, what else here? Comment, JTita. Okay, well, how can we prove this is real? How can we prove it? I don't know.
I think we answered that already.
Yeah, I think we did too. I am you too. Happy emoji. What's happening? What if you ask her questions that she usually doesn't answer? Do you remember that?
Yes, and then you like jarbled something about it, and then yeah.
Was it a bit of a frame drop for you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so guys, we're going to wrap up the stream here. Last call for any comments or anything you want to know. We have 2 cameras set up that have been recording the whole thing, the whole session, the private part where Sammie is listening to a hypnotic induction. And to be honest, those phones take way better video than the phones that we're recording the live streams on. So we'll have those uploaded on our private website. Again, also, if you'd like to support us, you can access that by going to our website, SammieHypnotized.com. We have some links on there where you can buy the password to access our private website. So just look up the link, private website on our main menu. That's on SammieHypnotized.com. Sammie, any closing thoughts?
No, I hope I answered all the questions because I really like reading the questions.
Yeah. Did you see them all? Were there any more here?
Okay.
Oh, Jack. Thanks for a good session.
Thanks, Jack. Thank you so much for supporting us on Coffee.
Thank you, Jack. We really appreciate it. Last call on Twitch. Hold on, how do I Twitch without murdering the stream here? Show chat. That looks like what I want to do. Oh, so for you guys watching on Twitch, I'm gonna give you guys on Twitch a bonus, a little bit of time. We're gonna practice really quick, just a very quick hypnotic command that we're gonna load onto, or a command for a clip that we'll load onto our private website, and it'll be very, very short. Sammie, freeze, rigid. Body is locked in place. Body becomes like a statue, like a marble statue. Feel yourself. Like a human statue, unable to move. Rigid. Rigid. Frozen, locked in place. Rigid. Can't show that on YouTube. Or at least publicly. Last call for everyone on Twitch and on YouTube too. Rigid. Rigid. Last call for everyone on the live streams. Release. Return to norm. Okay. We're gonna close up there, guys. Thanks a lot. Sammie, can you please say our final goodbye to everyone, both on the live stream and on our mega clip that we've taken for the whole session?
Thank you for watching my live stream on YouTube. Bye.
YouTube and Twitch.
Thank you for watching my live stream on Twitch. Bye, Twitch.
All right. Beautiful.
Bye.
All right. YouTube, closing off the YouTube live stream in 3, 2, 1, stop.